student athletes. I'm Barry Maloney, University President. I'm so glad to be part of this athletics year-end celebration. First and foremost, let me offer my congratulations to each and every one of you on your accomplishments on and off the field. You certainly have represented this university in fine fashion. I'm very proud of all of your accomplishments. You know, in this COVID-19 world that we're living in right now, there are so many challenges in front of all of us on a daily basis. But tonight I'd like to talk about some things that I'm very thankful for as it relates to our student athletes and our student athletic program. First is our students' commitment to our community as a whole. Students like Carolyn Galella, senior member of the women's basketball team, who is working currently as a nursing assistant at the Beth Israel Lahey Hospital in Burlington, Massachusetts. She's on the front lines of trying to help first responders take care of COVID patients and keep them out of harm's way. Or groups like our Student Athletic Advisory Board that's worked tirelessly with Special Olympics to help make sure that those young people have opportunities to compete on the field and on the court. This past year, we held a basketball program on campus that was hugely successful. I want to thank all that were involved. But to all the student athletes here on the call, I want to make sure that you know that you represent our campus and our university community, both in the classroom and outside the classroom. You make sure that our students have activities to attend and certainly help us with school spirit. I'd also be remiss if I didn't recognize that our student athletes are outstanding academic performers. Of our 20 varsity teams, 15 of our teams had a cumulative GPA of over 3.0. Now, guys, 11 of those teams were women's teams. So guys, I think you need to pick it up a little bit. The challenge is on. But I want to congratulate each and every one of our student athletes for their academic performance. Again, you certainly set the bar very high for the entire campus community. Now, this past academic year, we started off in fine fashion, in very traditional fashion. Our fall sports teams did really well. Our winter sports teams did also very well. Our field hockey team, our women's soccer team made the NCAA tournament, and we were moving through the academic year in a way that we thought was very common and very traditional and very comfortable for all of us. Unfortunately, truth be told, the spring season came down in a way that we certainly were not expecting. I certainly wasn't expecting it. And it pained me to make the decision that we had to make to close down the spring season. But please know that we did so with each of your safety, first and foremost in our minds. But while we are sitting here and focusing on things that we were unable to control, I would like to recognize that part of the student athlete experience is the bonds that you have between your teammates, your coaches, and the athletic administrators. There's these experiences on the field, off the field, working out preseason, working out during the season, pushing each other on the court, pushing each other on the field to compete. These are the memories that you will keep and will last with you forever. And these are the things that I hope that all of you will continue to remember as you make your way outside of Worcester State, as you move forward in life. Now, I'm about to turn the program over to our athletic director, Mike Mudd. Mike's done an outstanding job since he arrived here in 2014. Mike set the bar very high for not only for our athletic administration team, but for all of our coaches to make sure that they are well prepared and focused on making sure that each of our student athletes has the best experience possible. Mike's a great leader. He does it in a very ethical way and certainly keeps equity first and foremost in his mind. Thank you to all of our coaches and our athletic administrators for the work that you put in. I certainly would be remiss if I left out our not our student athletic trainers, but our athletic trainers for all their support as part of keeping our student athletes healthy and performing in fine form. Congratulations, student athletes. I hope you had a great experience this year. I certainly will look forward to seeing you all back on campus for those returning in the fall in September. Congratulations and thank you for having me be part of this program.
Hello, Lancer Nation. This is Michael Mudd, your Director of Athletics. Thanks for tuning in today. Normally, my staff and I would be in the competition gym all day, getting it set up and ready for the annual Senior Athlete Awards Banquet. As we all know, with what's going on in the world today, this just isn't possible. Having an awards week held remotely never was on the itinerary, but unfortunately that's how we have to do it today. Nobody feels worse about the fact that our spring sports season was canceled, as I know our spring sports athletes were getting ready to have a great season. If anything, we hope this week we can provide some great memories of all the great performances that took place this season. I am completing my 6th year as your Director of Athletics. It's hard to believe how fast time flies. I'm sure our seniors can remember clearly their first day on campus, and they're probably shaking their heads saying, where did the 4 years go? If anything, I hope as your athletic director, we provided you a good student-athlete experience during your 4 years here at Worcester State University. I can assure you it's been a pleasure being your athletic director. We are excited to recognize our student-athletes virtually this week. There's been some tremendous accomplishments by individuals, teams, and our coaches. Please make sure you tune in this week through all our various social media platforms as we unveil all the award winners for this season. We're especially excited to unveil a video on Friday at 3 o'clock, which will review all the great things that happened this season. Besides individual and team accomplishments on the field, we did some great things off the field as well. I'm proud to say that 209 of our student athletes made the MASCAC All-Academic team. This led the MASCAC conference, and for this I am truly impressed. Showing how well we do in the classroom truly is a testimony to the hard work you're doing on and off the field. We also continue to do great things in the community through all our various athletic teams. 3 teams will have their name put on our banners in the competition gymnasium next year. The women's soccer team won the MASCAC championship. The women's field hockey team won their first ever Little East championship. And the men's basketball team won the regular season MASCAC championship for the first time in 20 seasons. We also had a number of track and field individuals that had great performances in track and field this season. And as far as our coaches are concerned, we had 3 Coach of the Year winners. Karen Tesper was named Coach of the Year in the WACBA. Alexa Carlson was named Coach of the Year in the Little East Conference. And Tyler Hunley was named Coach of the Year in the MASCAC. I'd like to especially thank President Maloney and our Board of Trustees for continuing to provide those things necessary to host a great athletic program in the MASCAC. They all value what athletics means to a university. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my staff, trainers, and coaches who come to work every day with a smile on their face because they truly love helping the development of young men and women through sport. I also would like to thank the parents for allowing us to take your son or daughters under our wing, whether they're a freshman or a senior. We really enjoy taking the time to help them develop as young men and women. For returning student athletes to Worcester State next year, we look forward to having you back. We have a lot of work to accomplish both on and off the field. The expectation is that we'll use this summer to get bigger, stronger, faster, and we'll finish this spring remotely, doing well academically to maintain our eligibility for the upcoming season, and then we'll continue to do great work in the classroom next year. For our seniors, I can't thank you enough for all you've done for Worcester State University. I have one request of our seniors, and that is please stay engaged at Worcester State. Come back and see us. Come back to the reunions. Come back to homecoming. Come back and watch the team play that you played for back in the day. My coaches have been tasked to keep seniors engaged throughout the year to let you know what's going on with your former team. I want to wish our seniors the best of luck in their future endeavors. We wish you all the best, and go Lancers.